Hello and welcome to Moodle for Everyone. I'm Dr. Edward Bethel, and in this video we're going to look at how you can create practice quizzes in your course. So many teachers have asked me, how can I create a quiz in Moodle that is used by the students just to practice their skills and not recorded to the gradebook? So it's more of a practice test or a learning exercise that just happens to be a test or a quiz. And you may have noticed that in the settings for a quiz in Moodle, you're unable to actually set the quiz like a lesson so that it is a practice quiz and doesn't appear in the gradebook. So what we're going to have to do is actually set up our gradebook so that we have a place to put all of these practice tests and so that they are not contributing to the overall grade. So the first thing I'm going to do is go into the gradebook, and I'm going to go to Setup, and notice that my gradebook already is showing a variety of categories. So I have participation, quizzes, etc., etc., etc. And in addition, each of my categories are weighted. So that's the first thing that you want to do if you don't have that set up, is you want to go to the overall section of the quiz, select edit, edit settings, and at the top change the aggregation format to weighted mean of grades. So make sure that that's selected and save changes. Next, you want to set up your categories. So I have my categories already set up. What you will want to do is go in and add a category, and you can call it something like practice quizzes. And it doesn't really matter what you put the aggregation method for, because we're going to make it so that these quizzes do not contribute to the overall course grade. So mean of grades, sure. And then just go and then category total. Well, we won't really worry about that because we're going to weight it anyway. So save changes. And now I am going to go to my practice quizzes, and note that it is showing up as contributing 0 to the overall grade. So that means that any items put into this category will not contribute to the overall grade. So the next step then is to go and drop the quizzes that I'm using as practice quizzes into that category total. So the quizzes that I want to put in there would be quiz in week 5, 7, and 10. So I select them as I have just done by clicking this box to the right. And then I scroll down to the bottom of the screen and move selected items to practice quizzes. And you should see it saying recalculating grades. Continue. You will be returned to the setup page, and you will notice now that these 3 quizzes are appearing in the practice quizzes category, but note that they are not contributing overall to the final grade. Note that students will still be able to see these in the gradebook. You can hide them as well if you want, but students at present can see these, but they're not contributing to the overall grade. So the last thing, if you actually want to hide them in the gradebook, you can do that as well. So what you would do would be to go back to the grader report and scroll across to the practice grades, practice quizzes, and well, these are actually already hidden, so they won't be able to see them. But you can just, at that practice grades, select them and hide them in the gradebook as well. You can see that they're hidden because they are currently grayed out. So just to review, in order to ensure that your practice quizzes are not contributing to the overall total, first thing you do is go to Setup, Edit, Settings, select Weighted Mean of Grades, Save Changes, scroll to the bottom, add a category, type in your category here, Practice Quizzes. Once you have your Practice Quizzes category set up, select what you would like to be put into the Practice Quizzes and move selected items to and continue. And so those quizzes then will be treated in the gradebook as practice and will not contribute to the overall grade. I hope this helped. Have a great day.